Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park. We're just finishing off a TMR mix for the cows, so we can get that backed up and out of the way. So into October 3 now. If you haven't seen the live stream that I did, then you need to go and check that out. That is why the money is up. We did a contract on field 42 for silage, so that was fun to do actually. First live stream, and yeah, went well. A few little tweaks I need to make to the video quality, but other than that, I was reasonably pleased with it. So we just find what we want. There we go. So yeah, so all the bales were sold, and the money from those bales that were extra and over the contract got deducted. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it in the future, I reckon, is to try and stream maybe some of the contracts, but yeah, do it in such a way that we only gain really the contract money, and I think that's fair. The farmer can have the bales and we'll just take the cash, I think. So just topping up the cows now. We need to be on the right one, don't we? There we go. So if we just take a look at the cattle, serious amount of slurry to shift. That needs doing. That needs to go to the BGA. But yeah, the cows are looking rather healthy, money-wise as well, as food and health. So we'll get this topped up, and then we'll crack on with the next job of today. So just given the fence a bit of a rinse off, as it was looking particularly filthy. Now, hopefully, you can't tell any difference in the sound today. Setting things up this morning, moving through time, feeding the cows, etc. And NVIDIA broadcast just kills the microphone. So NVIDIA has gone using now the noise suppression and noise gate within OBS. So hopefully it doesn't sound any different. Now I've listened back and it doesn't sound too different to me, but you guys are obviously the customer and the ones that have to put up listening to me. So if it's horrendous, please do let me know, and I will tweak things. So next job is the slurry. Now, rather handily, in the last episode, I was going on about turbo farmers. Now, I don't know if this skid steer would be a wise investment. Not a bad discount, 52% off. My only concern is, would it reach into the mixer wagon? And we can't really be stacking the bales high. So yeah, I think I probably just talked myself out of that one. The other thing that has appeared is the maizeplus, the slurry spreader. So I think we are going to buy that because we need one. I want a plate on it, thank you. I don't think there's much in the different designs. £5 no thank you. Wheels, setup, wide tyres. We could go for wide tyres, couldn't we? We could push the boat out. So £45,899. We're going to have it delivered, so we'll buy that. It should be right in front of us. Aha, there we go. So we now have a slurry spreader. Right. So next job, it's not really a job, is it? It's just spending money, is field 31. We are going to buy that as well. So today is kind of we've got the cash, we've got plenty of feed, and I'm catching back on all the different things that I wanted to do and the things that I'd asked you what we should do. So we've now got that field, which is rather good. So we can now try to, and I say try because I can't remember if you can when the grass is ready to harvest. We're going to try and put a layer of fertiliser down on our new field. So I'll get filled up and I'll see you down there. So just unfolding and pulling up to our new field. So we can turn that on, lower it down and see. Let's pull forward a bit. Lift it up and check. No, that is annoying. Okay. Not to worry though, because that brings me on to the next question. Now, every question I seem to ask involves having a substantial amount of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to the biogas plant up here and we'll have a little chat. So just while the slurry unloads into the BGA, let's jump into the construction menu a minute. Now, this BGA is incredibly slow. As we know, base game ones just are. So I have got the mini biogas plant installed, but my question is that this is 207, nearly, yeah, £207,000 if we were to demolish it and well, sell it. Now, I'm thinking that we should do that, take off that money, and then build the mini BGA. But what do you guys think? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a little bit cheaty? Yeah, because I mean, we're getting the slurry and the manure from the animals, and there's only so much we can use ourselves. So, yeah, that's my thinking. Let me know what you think. So what we're going to do is we're going to move as much slurry to the BGA as we can. I've not actually looked how it's doing with... well, it's not doing anything because it's not been activated. Haha. So we can activate on the grass silage. So this is the leftover from the contract. So yeah, let me know what you think. Obviously, we'll do it once everything's processed so we don't lose anything. And we'll empty the digestate out and do something with that. So yeah, let me know what you reckon. But for now, I'll go and grab another, well, it's probably going to be one load. And then we'll go from there. So, second load of the slurry going in, and I don't think it's going to take all of this tanker load. Now, the other thing that we've got, I need to be careful here, a ton of is manure. So there we go, 5,000 litres left. There is 25,000 litres in the manure spreader, and there's nearly 70,000 litres on the floor. So we're going to sell some of that, I think, and that goes up to the livestock sell point. So we will do that as well. Now, we're not going to be hanging around in October. There's not a fat lot to do. There is a couple of contracts. I think there's a cultivating one. There was earlier when I looked. So we might take that. But I think we'll soon be into probably the middle of November. So second day. And yeah, we'll just keep a tab on things and see how things are progressing, what needs doing. Like I said, feed we are absolutely golden for now. The fact that we're only using 1,000 litres of potatoes per mix is good. We're not using a great deal of molasses or mineral feed. So yeah, we you know, the expenses are minimal, I guess you'd say, and it won't be long before we can sell some cattle. So yeah, things are looking really good. Did have to put the John Deere on, as you'll have noticed, because the Fendt was somewhat struggling with the weight of a full slurry tanker. But yeah, now let me just, in fact, while we're here, so yeah, livestock bales, £60 for the slurry per 1,000 litres and 61 for the manure. Okay, let's check on the animals. They're all good. Milk producing nice and slowly. That's good. Let's take a quick look at the contracts. Oh, okay. So we've got ploughing in field 47, which we could do. That's fine. The fertilising one has gone. Don't think that I'll be doing the sugar beet one, as nice as that would be to run that equipment. So first things first, let's get this tanker load sold, and then we'll do probably 2 trips on the manure, I think. We need to move the strawberries out of the way. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd job kind of day today, but needs must. Last couple of 1,000 litres now, and we're not going to make a massive amount, £1,000, but it gets it out of our way and keeps the animals nice and healthy. So let's just stop there a second and see. So we could probably do another slurry run, so I'll do that off camera and I will see you when we are shipping the manure. Right then, up at the livestock market, and can't remember exactly where the trigger is for the manure. I think we may need to back into this bit of the barn here. Fingers crossed. Oh, I thought you could, let's just have a quick... Okay, I don't think I remember it being there, but we'll give it a go. Failing that, we'll have to put it in a trailer maybe. Maybe it's not liking the fact that it's in the manure spreader, but fingers crossed. No, that is really not liking it, is it? Okay, well that failed miserably. Let's just try getting a little bit closer to the manure pile at the back. No, we are on the right implement, aren't we? We're not doing anything silly. Okay. Well, that's mildly disappointing. So while I attempt to sort this out, I was thinking on the way up, we could do with keeping some of the manure for the open air garden that we're going to put in. So we'll go with the one that takes water, manure and seeds, because for traffic, we've got a tanker that we can use for both milk and water. We've got plenty of manure, and what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to make our own seeds. So we'll get this back to the yard and put away, and we'll have a look at starting some seed production. I think we'll abort with the manure selling for now. The other thing I've done, and we might do that first actually, is the tiny little ploughing contract on field 47, I think it is. So we'll get this back to the yard, we'll jump in the Fendt with our subsoiler, go and do that contract, and then we'll start making some seeds. Well, having a bit of a noob day today, whereas with our own fields, the subsoiler works as a plough. It doesn't for contracts. So for 158 quid, I am not going to lease a plough. So bin that, collect. Now, if we go new contracts, does it bring it back and give us chance to lease? Clear them. Right, again. I do love better contracts. No, okay, that's fine. Right, so this can go back to the yard, and we can now start some seed production. Into the construction menu, and under productions we've got this seed production 320. Now I think somewhere here is going to be pretty good. It's tucked out the way and kind of looks like it should be there, so we'll go with that. Okay, so what we could do with doing is just going back into the landscape in a moment, and if we can paint some, let's not make it that big, and then plants and meadow. There we go, and then back into painting, and we'll go for... Now anyone that tells me that that trick doesn't work to get rid of foliage, there is your proof. So let's find the right texture. That's, isn't it? Change the shape a minute. That round. There we go. I am... Can we get rid of you? Hey, there we go. And we'll tidy up this bit as well. Super. Right. Happy with that. So now let's just... Yeah, there we go. So, what do we need? We need a grain, which is fine. We have got... we've got plenty in stock, but we've got stuff we can use. And we need seed treatment liquid. So let's see if we can't set ourselves a delivery point and go into, I'm assuming it's under pallets, and find the seed treating liquid. Now it doesn't look like the one in... Aha! There we go, that's the one. We'll go for 20 litres, I guess. And we bulk buy. We'll get 3. We can pick that up, lovely. And then I'm just assuming that this goes here and goes in like that. Brilliant. Okay, let's get the other 2 loaded in, and then we can grab the... I don't know how much the capacity is really. Guessing 1,000 litres maybe. Cool. We'll grab the bucket. There's the other one. There it is. And yeah, get some grain in there and start the production. Okay, so that's full. We'll pop that somewhere out of the way. Here, I reckon. Right, let's just jump into the menu again. So 50 litres of that. And right, let's get some grain put in. Right then, we've got the cane trailer. But we'd use this, its first little outing. Now, let's have a look at what we have got. So, we've got... Come on. It's the only thing with maizeplus. You get so many more field types, it takes a long time to scroll through. Right, we've got corn, we've got barley and wheat. So I think... In fact, let's just have a look and see if there's any difference in the amount that it takes. No. Okay. So we are going to go for corn, I think. So let's find corn. I don't think we're going to need a lot, but we can always put it back into the silo. So let's pull round and let's make sure we are on the grain door. I think that's going to be a little bit easier, slightly more accurate, possibly. I do like the little icons. They are very fitting with the little cement mixer. Let's get back to there. Oh, there we go. There's the trigger. Let's see how much this actually takes. We've got 4,000 litres. Oh. 300. That makes sense now. That's why it's called the seed mixer or seed production 320. So let's activate that. And that is going to run away nicely now and make us some seeds. Just got to show you this animation. That is really cool. I'm liking that. And it doesn't half run quickly, so which is rather good. Now, next job, I think, is going to be to... We will... for now, we'll put the corn back in the silo, I think. We will load up with manure. And then we'll get a couple of loads sold of that. Then I think we're going to start marking out for the market garden and sheep area. So, corn can go in there. Still on the grain door, so it's going to take a while. So I'll get this tipped and I will see you up at the livestock market. Yes, it works with a trailer. Fantastic. So I think, as I said, we'll do a couple of loads of this. I'm going to bring in a great deal. 1,300 quid. Not too shabby. And then we will... I need to check that I've got the open air garden enabled. I've, under advice from some of the chaps on Discord, installed a sheep pasture. I think it will support grazing. We may need to paint some of the grass in, but that's not a problem at all. So I'll do another load of this, and then we will catch up when we are starting to mark out and hopefully build some of the area next to the main yard. Okay, so being out of the game, loaded in the open air garden. We are in the production menu, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our fence in for the residents of the two houses. So fencing is very expensive. I've saved the game, so we can always quit if it doesn't look the best. So what I'm thinking is we start here, and we could do with having that turned on. And if we go to probably, let's try and get square on with the house first. That's going to be a good start, isn't it? And we'll go to, I reckon, there. Okay. Now, if we finish that, and then we'll go to this corner here. And again, where are we wanting to be? About there. Then we can hopefully, join them up. Finish that. Go for that corner there. Do collides with another item. Like what? What is that actually colliding with? Can't be that tree, surely. Let's quit that landscape and paint away the tree, the bushes even. Can't be that, surely. So then back into decoration and find the fence that we've got, which is that one. There we go. Must have been the bush. That looks reasonably square to me. And then to that one there. Excellent. So, fences sorted. We'll see what horrendous... Oh, there, that looks a bit wonky. What I'm thinking is maybe a little shed each. Go. Cool. And then let's have a quick look at how bad that looks. Well, that's not actually too bad. Shed. Can we open the doors? No. Hey, right. So a little bit of landscaping required in the corners, etc. Next one we want to do is, and let's just save the game because I'm reasonably happy with that, to be fair. And now construction, and it's a production and a greenhouse. There we go. Now we want to be able to get to this, so let's spin that round a little bit. We're probably going to have to clear some bushes away, but I'm thinking there we can get down the side, then get the products. We can get to the water fill point and everything else. So we'll leave that a second and let's get the old landscaping tool and the painting. Let's make that bigger. Let's try and remember how to do it. We will come back in and put some texture down of the grass once we're done. Greenhouses again, and that one there overlaps with another object. So it's either the tree or that little stump there. So thank you, little marker. You were ever so helpful. But you can stay out of the way now. For ease, I think we're just going to get rid of the tree. Bye-bye spruce. And we'll back out of the way. Try and place the greenhouse again. So that works a lot better now. So if we can try and get that out there, I think. Lovely. Looking reasonably good. Need to smooth this a touch. Didn't think it would raise it quite as much as it has. But that's okay. We can go in and smooth that out. So I think what I'll do is I'll do a bit of smoothing and whatnot and get some proper grass put back down. And then I'll see you when we're starting to fill up the open air greenhouse. So we're just by our seed production, which has already processed the nearly 320 litres of seed. So what I think we can do is if we set that to distributing, it should then send it to the open air garden. Now we are going to go for potatoes at the moment. So if we activate that, and then what we can do is if we advance an hour, it should move the seed to go back down and have a quick look. Let's have a look there. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, so now we can leave that. It's running empty at the minute, but we can put some more corn in it shortly. We can get into the John Deere, which has a full trailer of manure. We can go and tip that, and then we can grab the water tanker. So luckily the residents are out at the moment, so the stench of manure is not going to bother them. Now, I think we should take most of this. Just get a little bit closer. Keeps pushing it out the trigger. Come on. There we go. Let's check on that one. Okay, so that's fine. So full with the manure. Seeds are going to start distributing. We'll have to keep on top of that production. In fact, we might have a bag of seeds somewhere which we could give it put into there just to boost it a bit. But I think for now we will get rid of this trailer. We'll grab the tanker. We'll go and fill it with water, probably from the pond, and then we can yeah, dump the water into the garden, and job should be a good one. Full tanker full of water, and it's nice to be able to get round there without driving on the actual field. Now I seem to remember seeing somewhere, let's have a quick run around here. Yep, we've got, open that seed. Oh, we've got one 220 litres and another with 699 in. Brilliant. Okay. So we can dump them in as well. And yeah, job's a good one. We'll be making potatoes. I've gone for them because that's what we're using in our feed mix at the moment. Now we've got plenty in the bunker, but won't hurt to get them making that for a while. We can then at some point maybe swap over to a different crop, but yeah, they're looking pretty withered at the minute, so hopefully with this water we will see them spring into life just like that. There we go. Now I can't remember for the life of me how much water this takes. Probably around the same 20,000 litres, so it won't use a great deal, but we've got a free source, so it doesn't really matter. So rescued those 2 bags of seed. Hopefully, ooh, they're going to go in. Brilliant. Super duper. So let's just have a quick look at how we are doing. So we need to put more seed, more grain into the seed production. And let's just take a look. We are spot on for water, spot on for manure. Seeds, yeah, only uses 1 per 192 litres, so that's not so much of a critical one, but it'd be nice to get a little bit more in. So what I think I'm going to do is call it a day on this episode. I am going to test the sheep pasture and just check the grazing, and then next episode we will be into the middle of November, end of November, and yeah, we'll get the hen placed, pasture placed, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, get some sheep. So I'm going to say thank you very, very much for watching. Been a very productive day. Spent a bit of cash, which is always good, and yeah, we are getting set for this lovely little area, and hopefully making it nice for the people that rent these houses. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like. If you've not already, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.